Welcome back to CBS 7 Morning News. Before we get into this morning's top stories, let's take a look outside with Daryl Ward. Daryl, what can we expect today?
Well, good morning, Sarah, and we are enjoying a humid start. We're going to be seeing a warm day today and some rain out there, so let's go to the radar. Pinpoint 4x4 radar showing activity southeast New Mexico, far northwest Permian Basin, and some of it heavy. You see the reds in there? That's heavy rain. No severe weather, and basically it's just rain, and it is, as we loop it over the last hour, you can see it is working its way south-southeast, kind of along the Texas-New Mexico border over into Andrews County there. Also some rain. Some of it has been pretty heavy around the Carlsbad area, just west of Carlsbad, working its way towards the Texas border over that direction. Now, what we're going to be seeing today is a warm day, and I tell you what, I got ahead of myself. Let's take a look outside, then we'll come back to this. You know, some days I get in a rush. Taking a look at Alpine. Nice look at our Pinpoint iCam overlooking sunrise in Alpine. Pretty start for your day down in your part of the world. Good to see you all this morning. And also a humid start for your day in Alpine as well. 62 the temperature, 89% the humidity. Light winds out of the west. So yeah, like I said, that's going to be the kind of the rule across the area, a humid start for the day. Now here's where we're going as we go on through the rest of the day. Like I said, starting off at around 67 by 7 this morning, so we'll cool a little bit. Then through the day, a warming trend kicking in. By lunchtime today, mid-80s, 85 southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Those southeasterly winds, by the way, are what pulling moisture into the area and giving us that humidity that we're seeing. Very slight chance, 20% or less, of seeing some scattered to isolated showers, thunder showers this afternoon. Topping out in the low 90s, so it's going to be a warm one later this afternoon. I'll come back with your Pinpoint 7-day forecast and check out the weekend for you here just a few minutes. Sarah?
Daryl, thanks so much. News from overnight. CBS 7 News has confirmed the fatal crash on 6200 block of West County Road in Odessa. The Department of Public Safety has closed off part of West County Road between 62nd Street and Yukon. CBS 7 News crews on the scene say that the wreck involved a motorcycle and a semi-truck. Now, according to DPS, the medical examiner was called to the scene. Make sure to stay with CBS 7 News as we gather more information. Today marks 1 week since law enforcement agencies responded to a murder-suicide that left a well-known doctor and his patient dead. Detective Corporal Brandon Ford was a part of the SWAT team that made entry when Dr. Suresh Gadasali was shot and killed at his practice. He says despite the several hours of extensive training they receive on a monthly basis, getting called out to situations like these are never easy.
The fear kind of starts creeping in your mind. You get amped up, and you have to get your mind right and know that we're going in there to help the people that are in trouble and to handle the situation.
As a member of SWAT, Ford is on call 24 hours a day and has already been on 7 runs this past month. For him, it's not just a job. He says it's a calling. And police in Odessa need your help finding a robbery suspect. Take a look at this video of a man who Crime Stoppers say robbed a gun shop last night. The suspect was caught on camera as he ripped the video surveillance camera off the wall. There were 7 handguns taken as he was wearing a blue work shirt, blue jeans, and had his San Francisco Giants ball cap. If you know who he is, please call Odessa Crime Stoppers at 333-TIPS. Another arrest has been made in connection to a murder in Midland County. According to the Midland County Sheriff's Office, 22-year-old Brandon Hampton made a confession to Ontario County, New York deputies that he helped Brandon Conley move and bury the body of Amanda Hankins. The confession was emailed to Midland, and Precinct 4 JP John Barton issued an arrest warrant for Hampton. Hampton was arrested in Canandaigua, New York. He will be transferred back to Midland to face charges. The Brewster County Sheriff's Office is trying something different to make sure that inmates don't go unnoticed outside of their walls. The jail has ditched their black and white pinstripe uniforms for solid hot pink ones. The decision goes back almost 10 years to when one of Sheriff Ronnie Dodson's inmates made a run for it. Dodson says the old black and white uniforms would actually blend into the West Texas landscape. However, wearing pink, you can't really miss it.
Pink is a soothing color, and some of the guys here are actually big guys with muscles, and they think it enhances their muscles.
Dodson says that the inmates have been wearing the new uniforms for the last 6 weeks and have yet to hear a complaint. After more than a year of being closed, a route meant to bring relief to Andrews roads instead has grown into a nuisance. Now that the city has invested even more money into the project to get the road reopened, the city has hired contractor Reese Albert to finish the job the original contractor did not. Truck drivers say that the route can't open soon enough.
It helps the flow of traffic in Andrews, and I live here in town, so it gets pretty bad. I'll be glad when they open it back up.
It's good for us and good for the town too, so I mean all the roads are getting messed up all over town.
City leaders say crews should start laying asphalt by the end of July and officially reopen the reliever route by the start of December. If you've been struggling to get your children in to see a doctor for routine vaccinations or sports physicals, there's another option in town. The Ronald McDonald Care Mobile is making its rounds in the Permian Basin this month. Today, the Care Mobile will be stationed at Odessa College, and tomorrow it'll be traveling to Seminole. The Care Mobile offers wellness checks, immunizations, sports physicals, and more. For information, call 640-5437. With your eye on the nation, police in South Carolina are searching for a man who opened fire at a church, injuring several people. The shooting happened at the Emmanuel AME Church in downtown Charleston late Wednesday night, one of the oldest black churches in the nation. Authorities described the suspect as a slender white male, clean-shaven, 21 years old, wearing a gray sweatshirt and jeans. The churchgoers were reportedly having a meeting at the time. Veteran newsman Brian Williams may not be done yet at NBC. There are reports that NBC will make an announcement today on Williams' future with the network, but it's unclear if he will return to his position as anchor of the nightly news. Williams was suspended after he admitted he misrepresented events that occurred during his coverage of the Iraqi war. Move over Alexander Hamilton. The portrait of a woman will be featured on a redesigned $10 bill. The Treasury Department says that the new bill will be unveiled in 2020 and the 100th anniversary of the passage of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote.
Now, your pinpoint weather forecast from the CBS 7 Ford Weather Center.
Time now is approaching 6:34, but before you head out the door, head out to work, let's take a look at the weather with Daryl Ward. Daryl?
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning. Thank you all for being with us. And boy, I just gave my southern roots away. Thank you all. Hey, we got some rain going on right now. Pinpoint 4x4 radar. Southeast New Mexico has seen some heavy rain starting to shift over into northwest Texas, especially western Andrews County now, and that is heavy rain. We're not seeing severe weather and not even a whole lot in the way of lightning or gusty winds, but it is holding together and working its way south-southeastward right now, about 10 miles an hour. Also far southern Lee County there, and some activity over in Eddy County, Carlsbad, that area, all moving to the south-southeast into West Texas over about the next hour or so. Now, will we see any of that in our neighborhood, Midland, Odessa? Probably not from that, if it holds together, but that's iffy. But there's a possibility of maybe seeing some later today. Now, currently, we are off to a mild start, but a humid start. A lot of moisture in the air still in the area. 54 in Ruidoso, 68 in Hobbs, 72 in Big Spring, 71 in Odessa, Midland. Humidity at Midland International Airport, for example, right now 90%. Yeah, if you thought it felt kind of muggy again this morning, you're right. Very humid start for the day. 68 in Pecos, 76 in Presidio, 63 this morning in Alpine. Your water vapor image. There's what's left of Bill, the event formerly known as Tropical Storm Bill in Tropical Depression Bill. May still be depression. The winds on it are still sufficient to call it that, but a lot of rain still associated with it. The track on that will continue to the northeast, across eastern and northeastern Oklahoma, western Arkansas, southwest Missouri, and eventually it will work its way on up towards Illinois and eventually dissipate. But it is pretty much getting out of Texas now after dropping a lot of rain over in East Texas. Here's that area we were looking at on the radar just a moment ago. Trough of low pressure stretching along, kind of paralleling the Texas-New Mexico border. Not real strong, but enough to generate some activity. Might see some brew up later this afternoon on the surface map. There it is, what's left of Bill, southeast Oklahoma. And you can see the surface radar there over southeast Oklahoma showing a lot of rainfall still associated with that, and kind of stretching out behind Bill there still too over southeast Texas, East Texas, still seeing some rain associated with the remnants of that storm. As we zoom in a little bit closer, there's the activity in southeast New Mexico, verging over into the Permian Basin and far west Texas there, and we still have a slight chance of that later today. Your Pinpoint 7-day forecast reflecting that 20% chance on through this afternoon. 93 for your high today, and that 93 is staying with us for 2 or 3 days, actually. 93 tomorrow, 93 Saturday. A lot of sunshine back into the mix as we get to the weekend. 91 on Sunday. Now Monday, a little bit cooler, 89, and a slight chance of seeing some showers Monday night and Tuesday. Low 90s into the middle of next week. Today, yeah, slight chance of some showers, 93. And your weekend looking good.
I can't wait for that weekend. Go outside, relax a little, maybe go by the pool. Parents take their kids and barbecue.
Take your sunblock. Yeah.
Absolutely. Here's a great story for you. It's kind of a sad story, but also a nice one. An Arizona man is fighting brain cancer with a smile. He spends his days standing at the side of the road wearing a sign around his neck, but he's not asking for anything. He says he's trying to give back to the community that has helped him fight cancer. His roadside mission is to bring smiles to others, and he's out there in the rain, sleet, or snow. Doctors said he only had a few years to live, and that was 10 years ago. His wife believes this is what's keeping him alive, and he feels bringing joy to others is truly the best medicine of all. Isn't that a great story?
That's super.
That's so nice.
Maybe we should all do like he does, get out and smile more.
Smile more and then maybe live longer.
There you go.
All right, Daryl, thanks so much. Coming up after the break, we have your medical headlines, some surprising news for people battling social anxiety disorder, and a new study shows that most Americans are confused about sunscreen labels. There you go, Daryl, just what you said. Stay with us on CBS 7 Morning News.